Final Fantasy 15 has been in development for a million years, and everyone keeps saying that after such a long wait, there's no way it can live up to the hype. But I actually feel the opposite, because this series has become such a sad, dilapidated shell of its former glory that at this point I expect absolutely nothing. My expectations are so low that if this game even has a title screen, I'll consider it a pleasant surprise and a step in the right direction. It does have a title screen. So far, so good. I don't go into this game wanting to bash it. As much as I've come to loathe everything about what this series and Square Enix has become, a part of me deep down will always love Final Fantasy, and I want it to get back on track. So I start the game. There's an optional tutorial with some lore that I can't read because it's 90% made up gibberish and nonsense words. Fuck this, just let me play the game. So the game starts, and immediately I'm in some final boss fever dream fighting Satan. It's awesome, but obviously it's just some kind of flash forward to get me intrigued, and it doesn't last very long. Now I'm in the present, and I'm a little prince twink with stupid hair, and my father says to fuck off because I gotta go get married. So me and my ham boys hop in the ham-mobile and shove off. Now the car's broke down, and we're pushing it down the street while Stand By Me plays, and it pans up to show the title. I have to say, this is a pretty fantastic intro. Starting the game with 4 buddies pushing a car is something I haven't seen in a game before, and it really succeeds in striking the note it's going for. It feels grand and big, but also intimate, which is exactly what Final Fantasy should be. The greatest strength of this series has always been its ability to tell a huge, epic, insane, sprawling story, while at the same time remaining grounded and focused on the emotional journey of the central characters. If the game can maintain this tone, then it might actually be decent. I felt some of that old familiar wonder seeing this intro, and some genuine excitement at seeing whatever ridiculous, insane places the story goes. But before I praise the game too much, now's a good time to talk about how much I hate the designs of these characters. Nomura is a fucking hack, and I don't even know where to start with these characters. I want to like them, but at a glance, everything about them makes me angry. First of all, they all have incredibly stupid hair. Oh my god, sit this boy down in a barber's chair, please. It's awful. It's a sin! Cloud had pretty spiky hair back in the day, but at least it looked cool. What even is this? It's just a gross, ugly, uneven mess all over his face. It's really, really terrible, and I don't know how I can take this character seriously when he looks like fucking Sasuke. This doofus isn't much better with his ridiculous whatever you call it. It's like everything wrong with men's hair in 2006 had sex with everything wrong with men's hair in 2015. His stupid gloves piss me off too. What is he, a fucking cartoon character?
Mickey Mouse.
Then you got this idiot who looks like he should be fronting a nu metal band with his incredibly lame tattoos and his open shirt. Why isn't he wearing a shirt? He's in the presence of the fucking king. And I suppose he goes the whole game without a shirt on, and nobody says anything about it. Ugh, what is this degenerate nightmare world? This little worm is the worst of all of them. He's everything bad about everything, but worse than all of it. I don't even know what to say, I just want to kick his ass. If I saw this person in real life, I might actually just attack him. Everything about him just screams, give me a swirly and stuff me in a locker. All 4 of these guys look like they belong in a gay bar but aren't old enough to be let in. Also, whatever happened to color? Why do they all have the same black color palette? Color is a hugely important factor in making character designs stand out and be memorable, especially in a huge, fantastical, eccentric series like Final Fantasy. I can draw a purple square with a yellow square on top of it, and you know that's Cloud. I can draw a black square with silver hair, and you know that's Sephiroth. I could understand if one of these characters wore all black, like Noctis. Fine, that can be his thing, he wears black. But it makes no sense for all 4 of them to be decked out in the same monotone color scheme. Ugh, I fucking hate these designs so much. I immediately dislike these characters. I can't take any of them seriously. Look at them! Running around in the desert with their black leather? Idiots!
Little idiots! Idiots!
I don't understand how Nomura got this bad. Even Final Fantasy XIII had decent character designs, and saying anything good about Final Fantasy XIII is incredibly painful for me. Anyways, you take the car to the mechanic and you meet Cindy. Now this is actually a good character design. She instantly looks memorable and interesting, and what do you know, she's actually wearing a color besides black. But there's still something that bothers me about this character. Her name, Cindy. For some reason, when seeing previews of this game a while back, I was under the impression that her name was Sid, which I thought was pretty cool. Every Final Fantasy has a Sid, it's a tradition, so this one having Sid be a pretty girl was something new, and it seemed neat. But now I find out that she's Cindy, and this guy is Sid. Well, that's no fun, he's just an old fuck like all the other Sids. Why does this guy even have to exist? Why couldn't she be the Sid? I like her better. Fuck this wrinkly old bag of sand. I don't want him. Anyways, this is where the gameplay actually starts, and immediately it's like, holy shit, this is an actual game. I have this huge open area, I can run around, there's shops and missions to choose from, I can explore. This is fantastic, and it's right at the start of the game. Final Fantasy XIII was just cutscenes and hallways until about 400 hours in, when it opened up for like a half hour just to tease you before going back to the hallways. But this is great. It feels like a video game. So I ran over here and I fought the guys and oh fuck the combat. What the hell is this? Well, I have no idea how to play this game. Combat seems like it wants to be Kingdom Hearts, but it's more like Kingdom Farts. Anyways, I ran around and fought some monsters. I think I sort of started to get the hang of the combat, but it still feels awkward. Oh, this pissed me off. I saw this big guy, so I thought I'd circle around and sneak up on him, but as soon as I got in his radius, it activated a shitty cutscene and forced me into the battle head on. Fuck you! Anyways, I went back to the town and bought some old school Final Fantasy music at the shop. Then I got my car fixed and I drove it around, and you can listen to the old Final Fantasy music on the radio, and that's pretty sweet. And that's the first 15 minutes of Final Fantasy 15. So far, it's pretty decent. I mean, it's functional. I guess we'll see. I'll keep playing, and I'll let you know if it's a Final Fantasy or a Final Faggotry. If you want to stick with me on this journey and see the continuation of this series, then you better subscribe to my gameplay channel, The Blue Glow, because that's where I'm going to be posting them. Goodbye.